Hey y'all. So, I know I look rough, but there's a reason. There's people beside me. I guess they're fixing carpet or they're fixing tile. I don't know what it is. But for the last like 3 mornings, at 7 or 8 in the morning, they're banging hard. So if you hear them in this video, well, your girl's pissed. Anyway, so today I thought we'd do another tea time with tea, minus the tea. Sorry, I don't drink it. Yep, there they are again. Today's tea time with tea, we're going to talk about some of my own stupid mistakes so you will get to know me better and realize how big of an idiot I really am. Throughout life, I have figured out that I am allergic to certain types of foods. When I was younger, I used to get really sick and I didn't know why when eating. Sometimes I wouldn't. Most of the times, I wouldn't have like the allergic reaction where my throat would swell up or anything, but I would get so sick and puke. As I got older, it was still the same, and until about 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't know why. So I have 2 stories today, and the first one is how I found, hello, sorry. So the first one is about how I found out that I am lactose intolerant. I should have known, considering I'd get super sick almost any time I'd eat, because love milky stuff. Not milk itself, but like cheese and stuff. Yeah, love that. There's a place close to where I'm from called Dairy Cream Corner, or I mean DCC, whatever you want to call it, and they have these ice creams, and let me tell you, they're real great. But like a small is like this big, it's like huge, but I didn't know that at the time. I had no idea. First time going, I went with a couple of my friends, and normally when I eat ice cream, I don't know why, I just got this habit of drinking water with it, like chugging. Anytime I ate cereal with milk in it, I chug water, and I don't know if that was just me subconsciously knowing or if I'm just an idiot and drink water with ice cream. I got this ice cream, but I forgot to get water. Should have got the water. But I got this ice cream, I got a small, and like I said, it was huge. And I ate it all, every single bit of it. Well, I got home that night and I was so sick, and I started puking really bad. You know, normal lactose intolerant stuff. And my first thought was, oh, maybe I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't want to go to the doctor, so let's test it out. I'm a scientist, so I live by, let's test this out. Let's try it. Let's see. We don't need no doctors. I am the doctor. I'm not, but that's how I think sometimes. So the next day, like the exact next day, I went back to DCC and I got another small ice cream cone that's not so small, without water, and I tried it all again. Turns out, very lactose intolerant, puked again all night long, and ever since then, I've known I'm lactose intolerant. I just semi don't care most of the time. I don't take lactose pills, and I just suck. But at least I know. So that's story number 1, because I'm an idiot. Story number 2. So I am also allergic to almost all seafood. Fishy stuff makes me sick, but shellfish, like, it closes my throat up, it swells up my eyes, all of the bad stuff that could kill you. When I was younger, I used to just not like it, I said, or I would puke every time, and my mom just assumed that it was because I was picky, because I would hardly eat nothing as a kid, just chicken nuggets and french fries. Not much has changed. And I dated this guy, and his family loved seafood, so I thought, okay, I can give it a try, it's okay. And the first time I ate shellfish, my throat felt a little funny, but I just was like, nah, I'm just not used to it, it's all in my head. I just don't necessarily like it. It's not the worst thing. It's whatever. But I found out I really love sushi. And the sushi with fish would make me puke, like hug the toilet, projectile vomit every single time I ate it. It was so bad. Like, it was gross. With the shellfish, I realized that at first, you know, it was just a little bit of allergic reaction, but as I got older, it got worse. So one time I was eating at this place called Fuji's, and it's a like Japanese kind of place, and they put a piece of shrimp on your food, and eventually I couldn't get to where the piece of shrimp was even touching my food. So it got pretty bad, but I thought that I had to physically put it in my mouth for me to have an allergic reaction. Once again, your girl was wrong, like always. I'm a biology major, and for biology, you have to take zoology, which is like just the study of a bunch of animals, and we did a lot of like sea animals. And as long as they were in like a jar with a lid on it, I was fine. Like, I was okay. But then there came a time in the course where we had to start dissecting stuff. And I didn't think anything of it, because before, the only thing that bothered me is if I ate the food and then I'd either puke or swell up a little bit. And at the time, it really wasn't that bad. I took Benadryl and it was okay. Well, I was in this class and we were dissecting, I think it was clams, honestly, some kind of shellfish. And we were doing the dissections. I was like face in, face to clam almost, dissecting this thing. And at first I noticed I was getting a little dizzy, I'm guessing because my throat was swelling up and I was losing oxygen. But I was like, no, it's all in your head. You have to do this. You have to have lab. I don't know what you would do otherwise. So I tried to stick in it. And then eventually it just got to the point where I could barely breathe. And I was like, yo, teach, I can't do this. I'm allergic to shellfish. And automatically that girl started freaking out. Like, my teacher was like, nah, we gotta get you somewhere. Are you okay? Can you do that? I was like, just give me Benadryl. I'm fine. It's not that bad yet. Everything is okay. Well, she was like, okay, go wash your hands. I don't know why this is happening. You're not even really touching them, because I had gloves on, but I think it's just where my face was near and I was just right there in it, or my glove might have had like a little bit of a hole in it. It was just not good. So I was like almost dying, but I didn't want to act like I was dying. So I was like, no, give me Benadryl. I'll go straight to MedExpress. She was like, okay, go wash your hands. Well, I went to go wash my hands, and as soon as I took off my gloves, like, my hands, I have tiny hands. I don't know if you can tell on video, but my hands were swollen. You know that episode of SpongeBob where they go to Glove World with the big hands? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me. It was like, hey, teach, I'm dying. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of put my hands in my pocket. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to MedExpress, because I didn't have an EpiPen, because I've never had a doctor physically tell me I'm allergic to these things. But if my throat swells up, I'm pretty sure I'm about to die. And plus, I needed to go back to my hometown later that night, and I knew that if I told them all this stuff, I couldn't. Well, I went to MedExpress. Everything was good. But since then, you know, it's gotten worse. Like, I can't be around it. If it's like even near me, my throat starts getting scratchy. It's just really bad. But the way I had to find out these things were just really, really dumb. I'm a dumb person. I can't help it. Anyway, so that's my 2 allergic reactions. If you guys ever do send me stuff, please refrain for anything like shellfish, fish-wise. I can handle the lactose intolerant. I have lactose pills, so I'm just saying, don't kill me, please.